I think we should break up.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, what? Okay? I just ended a 2-year relationship.
I mean, maybe you did. Also, maybe not.
No, I definitely did, because I was there, and it was 3 seconds ago.
How many times are you gonna do this to me?
Do what? What are you talking about?
Your whole Allie's breakup and 5-act cycle. You go through the same stages every time. First, surprise fight Allie, which I can safely say we're in right now. Then, eats her feelings Allie, destroys 3 bags of hot Cheetos, followed by raging diva Allie.
Please stop titling things like these are things that happen. These are not things that happen.
Then complete and total breakdown Allie has that one self-explanatory. And the grand finale, late night phone call Allie, where you beg me to take you back.
That is not what I do.
That is exactly what you do. I know you better than anyone else in the world, Al. I know that you're secretly scared of cats. I know that you're out of chapstick. Speaking of which, I stopped by CVS on the way over, and I know that you love me, and I love you. So that is why I need to protect myself by opting out of the next 36 hours.
No, our breakup is not an extended warranty, Sean. You can't just opt out.
Well, the alternative is that I get angry or sad or beg you not to make this mistake again, but you will because you always do. And I disappear into some sad hole of video games and depression and ultimately take you back because I can't imagine my life without you. It's not fair to me, Al.
Sean, I need you to hear me. I'm sorry if I've hurt you before. This is it. We're just going in different directions. And I don't even know what direction I'm going in, but I'm going there by myself. I'm not gonna call you.
Okay.
And I'm not out of chapstick.
Yes, you are. See you in 36 hours.
I have the heart. I need nothing more.
You're set. Time not to linger here, though, eh?
Kratos. Zeus.
Zeus?
My father.
Your father was Zeus? Well, that explains a lot.
What is that place?
Never go there. Understand?
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for being here for another one of my videos. Tonight's video is going to be about why do especially older men now say they want peace. Now, I do think a lot of women misinterpret this, and a lot of men do not articulate this well. Now, a man like myself, which knows a lot of women, that have talked to a lot of women, don't mind getting in the muck of the emotional stuff with many of the women that either I befriended or either that I know. One of the things that I don't mind doing, because I understand when I become entwined with a woman in a relationship, she's going to spill her emotions on me. Most of the times, I'm pretty sure it's women that's kind of like men that's more logical, that don't really get too much into their emotional stuff, but seeing a lot of women either crash out, cry, talk about touchy things. For me, again, I'm sharing this video right here. I don't mind doing this leg work right here.
It's just, there's all this pressure, you know? And sometimes it feels like it's right up on me and I can just feel it, like literally feel it in my head, and it's relentless. And I don't know if it's going to stop. I mean, that's the thing that scares me the most, is that I don't know if it's ever going to stop.
Yeah. Well, you do have a nail in your head.
It is not about the nail.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, I'll bet if we got that out of there...
Stop trying to fix it.
No, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just pointing out that maybe the nail is causing...
You always do this. You always try to fix things when what I really need is for you to just listen.
Yeah, see, I don't think that is what you need. I think what you need is to get the nail
See, you're
out.
not even listening now.
Okay, fine. I will listen. Fine.
It's just... Sometimes it's like there's this achy... I don't know what it is. And I'm not sleeping very well at all. And all my sweaters are snagged. I mean, all of them.
Yeah, that sounds really hard.
It is. Thank you.
No.
Come on. If you would just
Don't.
And women, you gotta understand, a lot of men cannot deal with this. Or they can to a certain degree, but most of them do not. And it's only because we are not taught how to do this. Now, the only thing that I can probably say, the one benefit that I can say being raised by a single mom, that when you're talking to your mom and you're around women, you get the somewhat attuned to their frequency to a certain degree, which I guess gives you advantage when conversating, being around them. And that's why I will always say, while I can be attracted to a woman, highly attracted to a woman, I can also be friends with a woman without expecting the smash. Now, the thing is, though, because I know a lot of women will use and abuse a dude. If they see that he's too nice and too giving, they will use him almost like a boyfriend, like this.
My standards are high because my boy best friend drove 5 hours yesterday from the coast of Chile just to come snowboard and meet with me for one single day.
Oh no. We are down 100,000 points on this one. Fuck me. He is deep in the trenches right now. Deep. We might not be able to get him out. 5 hours? Boy best friend? He is on life support. I know hearing that boy best friend just fucking cracked his heart one more time. Shit. Best of luck to you, soldier.
My standards are high because my boy best friend drove 5 hours yesterday from the coast of Chile just...
Now, I'm not doing that right there, okay? And pretty much, just in case we are hanging out, I might treat them, but it's not going to be a routine type of thing. And especially probably if she has a boyfriend, because I have respect for the dude, unless if I don't know she has a boyfriend, or I'm under assumption that they're about to break up or something, maybe I might spend some time with her, but otherwise, no. The main reason for this video, I'm reacting to what this creator said. I don't know her name offhand. She brought up interesting thing of how a man can be tough, physical, and grinding, but he won't do the emotional labor and heavy lifting in a relationship when dealing with his woman. We're going to listen to that right now.
You think strength is an ice bath and a six-pack, but you cannot sit through one honest conversation with your partner without shutting down or running away. That is not strength. That is a very fit coward. And don't tell me otherwise, because I see you. You post your cold plunge, the early morning workout, the grind, and then you go home and fall apart. The second your partner needs you or wants you to open up emotionally, you can't take accountability, you can't stay calm, and you can't even say I was wrong without making it about yourself. Here's what's actually happening inside of you. Let me break it down. Physical pain comes with adrenaline. Your body gets flooded with it, and that chemical rush lets you push through any discomfort. You will feel strong, focused, and in total control in the face of adversity. But emotional honesty, no adrenaline, no rush, no reward waiting for you, just you, your partner, and the uncomfortable truth of who you actually are. And you can't handle it. Your relationship doesn't let you act strong. It demands you to be strong.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to let her finish, but we're going to stop this midway right here. While she is saying things that is true to a lot of men that don't really talk to their women, give her room to express her emotions. The thing with this, though, is a woman needs to know how to show her emotions without crashing out too much. So, wait a minute. Let her finish with what she was saying. I just want to throw that in there.
It asks you to sit with your wounds, your patterns, your ego, without a single chemical to take the edge off. And you tap out every single time. You grew up in avoidance, yelling, stonewalling. So when emotional discomfort enters your nervous system, you feel it as a threat. You shut down, you deflect, you retreat, and then you have the audacity to call it protecting your peace. That is cowardice, plain and simple. Sitting in cold water is nothing, but sitting calmly and accepting full accountability when you know you were wrong, while your ego is screaming at you to defend yourself, that is real strength. Physical toughness It's freaking common. Who cares? Emotional maturity is rare, and your relationship needs the rare version of you. So which one are you actually building?
A woman needs to show her emotions without crashing out too much. Now, this is the thing that she's not really putting in there, because I know even though I don't mind talking to a woman, I think of a lot of the conversations that I've had with women that I'm in relationships with, it's usually not calm. It was only one that it was more of a calm, debating, trying to figure out the best solution of what was going on between us. While I'm not going to get too deep into the zodiac sign stuff, she was a Libra. That's the one thing I will say about Libras, unless if I guess you really pissed them off. They usually can't, well, at least with the ones that I talk to, they can have a calm conversation. You might not like some of the stuff they say, and they may not like some of the stuff that you say, but it won't escalate. What she's forgetting about this is that there are some women that like to argue. And this is my proof right here.
I can't, in many words, describe the anger and hatred I feel towards men who don't argue back. Like, what is your problem? Like, you're so boring. Like, you're so boring. Like, how am I sitting there arguing, giving you my best signs, cussing you the out, and all you can say is, "Are you done? Are you done? Are you done?" You're not clever. You're not witty. You ain't got nothing about you. You can't give me nothing. Like, you can't. There's no give and take. There's no nothing. There's nothing. There's no fire. There's no passion. You ain't got nothing. Nothing grinds my gears more than that. Like, I just don't even want to speak to you. Like,
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. My particular advice is never argue with women. But of course, if you argue with them, you're sassy. If you don't argue with them, then there's something wrong with you. You're not man enough. Watch out for toxic women.
Okay, so I agree with definitely 60-70% of what she is saying, that men will run away and not really, because I was one of them to a certain degree with the one that I married. But see, the thing is because our arguments will escalate. Our arguments will escalate. Now, the thing that I think our conversations could have been better is if I preemptively started the conversation. And this is one thing that I'll say, which I haven't tried too often, but I would say with men, if long-term relationship with a woman, if she does something that you don't like, it's pissing you off, don't huff and puff about it. Don't just mention it in a passive-aggressive way, and obviously don't mention it when she mentions something about you, because obviously she's going to say, oh, now you bring it up or something. You bring it up first. Now, one of the reasons why a lot of men don't bring up stuff that's pissing them off, and I did a video about this, about why men will not say things, is simply because it's more peaceful sometimes just living the lie.
This is a day in the life of a crazy Latina girlfriend. I wake up at 6 a.m. and start fighting with my boyfriend for cheating on me in my dreams. After that, I do my daily Instagram follower check. It looks like he followed somebody new. At 12 p.m., Michael leaves to hang out with his friends. I just love him so much, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to him. At 1 p.m., I really start missing my boyfriend. Just then, Michael comes home early from hanging out with his friends. Oh, he must miss me too. At 6 p.m., I find out I'm pregnant. This is the perfect way to celebrate our 1-week anniversary. At 8 p.m., I schedule a fight during the NFL game tomorrow. After that, it's time to get ready for bed. And that's my day.
While you may not be totally happy, she's happy, and therefore you're content. But if you really voice something that she don't like, she may run on the phone, talking to somebody else, talking to her cousin, talking to her sister or something, talking so that you can hear her talk about you or something, or running some other dude or someone discussing your relationship business. Unfortunately, that happened anyway, in my case. Another reason was the escalating arguments, her saying mean, hurtful things to me, of course, responding back, saying things that she won't like. But even then, it was a buffer. It was some things that I would not say, even if I was thinking it, because I was like, if I say that and I don't mean it, it may not be no coming back from that. Thing is, though, she had no filter. Matter of fact, similar like this woman here.
point of when I you got sick. You good because of you. I hate you. You're a loser. You're a loser.
First of all, we all know that this would have been a very different scene if it was a man yelling at a woman like this. It is absolutely not okay. And the most obvious, biggest red flag of this woman is the lack of emotional control. This is why men today will absolutely first pick that woman that is cute but has some emotional intelligence versus the woman that is beautiful but crazy. I would even stand to argue that a lot of men are suspicious of beautiful women because they just assume that she might be a little bit crazy.
And this tells you it's not just a race thing, even though a lot of black women come expose themselves off the rip with talking this way to their man. And there's some men like Tyrese, because Tyrese admitted one time that sometimes he would, well, I'm not sure if he's still like this, but because I guess how his mom was, he would do things to bring that out of the woman that he's with, that toxicity, because he got used to it growing up. And this is why I definitely believe now the person's family life growing up is going to influence a lot of how they're going to be in a relationship, both men and women. But I will say definitely with men, because we tend to overlook a lot of stuff, especially if the woman looks good enough. We're just happy to have a woman. We will overlook a lot of things. That's another reason why I think probably it's better that you build yourself up mentally and financially, have some experiences with women so that you're not totally green, so that the first woman that somewhat attractive that comes into your life that says the right things won't be able to fool you by being nice at first, then showing her true self later, which that can still happen to you. I agree with her. However, as with most women that are talking about this type of stuff right here, you're leaving out a bunch of stuff. It's kind of like if mine was to say, oh, all he does is leave. Well, maybe I would stay if you didn't start saying real nasty things and then probably start trying to hit me, okay? Because I'm not going to hit you back, but I'm not going to stay there and just get hit either. I got to go. Same thing with the ABBA situation, which that's going to be my next video, talking about some new information that came out about that. But as I say, in their particular situation, I believe both of them are in the wrong. Both of them done fucked up in some kind of way. Of course, because of how she comes off as being a nice individual, he's coming off more with certain recordings as being definitely an asshole. As I begin to wrap this up to the men out there, and I'm not talking about the alphas or the men that have a concubine of women surrounding them that they can easily replace any woman that comes into their life, so they don't have to put up with anything. Like, they can just, shoot, you're gone, next up or something. And of course some women are operating on that. To the men out there, she should mostly be giving you peace. She should mostly be giving you support and love and being there. But she's going to have some level to drama to her. It's impossible not, because I think women kind of need that to a certain degree. It's impossible to not have any of that at all. Thing is, though, to the women out there, that don't mean that you just act any kind of way. Can he act any kind of way? And the days of y'all acting any kind of way because men don't know any better is over. Okay? We know that we can either go overseas or get enough money that we get to a certain point that we can start flipping through women now, which I think we always knew that particular thing, but it's always a thing of like, oh, don't be like those guys. But what's the incentive not to be like those type of guys if the women are not going to behave to a certain degree? So I agree with the woman says, mostly with how men avoid the conversation. But a big reason why a lot of men avoid that conversations.
When a man opens up, when he really opens up, don't you use what he said when he was open to prove a point when you want to win an argument. You will never hear the full story from us ever again. and we'll start say stuff like this. How are you? Good. I ain't good, but I just ain't telling you. Women, let me tell you something. Men are not emotionless. We have deep emotions. We just don't know how to express them. And let me tell you, if you make us feel unsafe, you'll never hear from us again. If I tell you something in a moment of vulnerability and you use it against me in an argument, you can forget me talking to you forever. And you keep talking about he quiet, he shut down, he's in his man cave, he won't open up, because when he did open up, you shut the door on him.
With their partner or their woman is because either she can be violent, she can say things that really cut low below the belt, and he's supposed to just take it or something. No. So in ending, if you can tolerate the amount of drama that the woman brings into your life, then fine, go ahead and do it. But if you're kind of like me, I can take a certain type of drama from her, similar like the woman that's talking and she has a nail in her head. I can handle that. Similar like that video. It's funny. It seems like if a woman feels like you get her and you understand her, even if she's driving you crazy to a certain type of degree, she's definitely going to drive you crazy in the bed as well. So that's the only thing. I'll deal with it if she is compensating in other ways. Okay? And not just using it as manipulation. If she's like that, she can be open and loving, that type of stuff, then fine, we can do it. I also say to men, don't act like you're perfect all the time either. I know there's some men that will say never apologize to a woman. I know a lot of times women don't really apologize to men either. Instead of apologizing, they'll snuggle up to you and do some sexual favor or something like that. Like, okay, I don't mind that, but where's the sorry with being wrong or doing something that you wasn't supposed to be doing? So I do think if you're supposed to love each other, you should be able to be accountable, have conversations, admit that you are wrong, and apologize to each other. If you can't, if either one you can't, but especially to the men out there, if your woman can't admit that she's wrong, then maybe you shouldn't be with that woman. I'm just saying, and if she's stressing you out that much, then leave and don't come back. That's one of my big mistakes in some of my past relationships. Yeah, I'll huff and puff and leave, but then eventually I'll come back because I have a lease. I can't just up and move, which I'm going to do a full video on this. As a man, I think you should always have a amount of money put away as an exit strategy. That if the relationship is not going to your liking, you should just be able to up and leave. Now, of course, though, if you have marriage and kids, it's a little harder to do that. But if you boyfriend and girlfriend, even if you have a 12-month lease with this apartment or something, just suck it up, break that lease, and get the hell out of there. Have enough money that you can take and do that and survive. Either way, it's going to hurt, but at least you're not trapped there. So that's all that I want to say. Give me a like and subscribe, and have a good night.
I think we should just be friends.
Okay, please. No hard feelings. I already knew. I could tell. So I just been waiting for you to say it.
If we are friends, obviously we have the same friends in here. Are you able to hang out and not feel weird? Like, can we still be funny and cool and everything and like it's normal?
Right off the bat, I'm gonna be honest with you, no. But will I have any hatred toward you? No, not at all. But I need to not like you anymore. So if that means I need to separate myself a little bit, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
You ready? Let's go. Why are you crying?
Huh?
Why are you crying?
Do you want to carry me on your walk?
Why are you crying?
This is hard.
She made you sit down.
No. Like, wash you in the water?
my zone now. Brown cow, pow, boom, pow, get a sham wow for your soak on right now. Not a towel on your buddy, old pal, take a bow how. Just bend over, yodeling, yoda, yodeling your doda against the flow. Join us slow and solo as a team. 3 pairs, 9 meters, high greeters, now standing sitters, crawling critters, rubbish litterers, trash by literally liturgical litters, lined with brine and white wine.
Roger that, copy, Red Rover.
Roger Rabbit, rammed it 30 grits and paper my clit, dip it a little bit, lip,